Hi guys, I'm going to do something for you today, something that I've learned to make when I was a little kid, and I'm going to kind of show that off. And what you see in front of you is what I need to use to do so. First off, don't need this. This is something for later, that I'll play with later and do a picture or a video on. So anyway, what I'm going to teach you to make today is dump cake. Dump cake, like D-U-M-P, like you dump truck, dump cake. When I was little, I used to actually think it was called dumb cake, because really, you could be dumb and make this. It is just easy. I don't need this big pan. This is if you want to make a full mix, but I'm only doing a half a mix today, so I'm going to show you how to use a regular old pie pan this time, and I'll show you how to make it. So what you need in order to make a dump cake is a can of fruit and its juices. So I'm using peaches this time. You can use cocktail fruit. I'll tell you, even one time I made it, I used cherries, but I'll tell you about that when I finish telling you what else I need. Yellow cake mix, just the mix, and butter. Definitely need butter. And then you can add some extra stuff like this. I'm adding some pecans, because that's just something, additional to add in. But basically, what you're going to do, and I'm going to see if I can prop you up for a minute without putting you down. What I'm going to do is open it, and I know you're just looking at the pan, sorry. First thing I'm going to do is open these peaches. Now there are, like I was saying, there's different kinds of ideas you can use. You can use any kind of fruit in their juices. I've used, like I was about to tell you, I made one recipe that had, we used cocktail fruit, and you can use white cake mix. What I'm making now is just a typical kind. This is your basic old dump cake. This is one of my favorite kinds, in fact, because when this comes out, it ends up tasting like peach cobbler. Alright, so I open the peaches, and all I'm going to do is just dump the peaches in here and their juices in the cake pan, or pie pan. So look at that, isn't that pretty? Alright, put it in the trash. And now that I got this, I'm going to open up my cake mix. But I'm not going to mix it. I'm just going to put this dry mix on top of the peaches, just as is. Yes, that's true, just like it is. I mean, it's that simple. You don't have to mix it, because all of those juices that's coming up from the fruit, as well as the butter that I put on top, will moisten that mix to fix it the way you want. So, I'm going to open up the cake mix. And since I'm only doing a half mix today, I'm only going to use half of this box. So I have another can of peaches up there, so when I'm ready to, I can make that. I'm going to put you down for a minute here, because I need to be able to open this. Sorry, guys. Anyway, another mix that I've made is using some cherries in their own juices. And with the cherries, I'm making you dizzy, ain't I? With the cherries, I used chocolate cake mix, which that was actually really, really good. We used dark chocolate mix. Okay, so I'm basically just going to sprinkle the cake mix over top, just like so. I'm only going to use half a bag, though. Try to cover it up as best you can. Try not to leave any spots open, because you want to make sure that it mixes in real good. Come on. This is one of the easiest desserts in the world to make. My mom taught me how to make this when I was little. There's one big clump in there. I'm going to loosen that clump up. And my hands are clean, so yeah. I'm just going to loosen up some clumps in here. Alright. Okay, now that's done. What I'm going to take now is take some butter with a spoon, same spoon I used with the peaches earlier, and I'm going to just put slivers of butter over top. So I'm going to have to put you down like this, because I only got one hand, and if I was nice and fancy like a real chef, I'd actually have some cameraman here, but don't have that privilege, so you're going to have to just hold off on here with me. Put you back down, and maybe I can actually get this popped up, as you can see. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to do this or not. Well, you just have to look at me like this. So, I'm going to go ahead and just put some little bits of butter on top. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it might even be easier if you like had a stick of butter, because then you could slice it and just lay it across. But I don't buy sticks of butter. No point. I never use it like this, and I don't make dump cake that often enough, really, to do that. So I'm just kind of putting little pats of butter here and there. You got to make sure there's plenty, because I mean it does have to moisten from the top as well. I mean, you don't have to completely disgustingly cover it. It is butter. I mean, you do use a lot. But you don't have to make yourself sick with it, because this is just really to keep it moist at the top. That's the important part.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, Jerry.
What are you doing?
I'm cooking on camera.
Yeah.
I forgot to turn the oven on. Isn't that a poor chef of me?
What happened this one?
Jared, get off the table. Oh, your fingers.
Oh, this was for magic.
And anyway, I will at least still do the magic of camera by editing these videos together, hopefully. And I'll show you the end result. So I can tell you, once this is done, it ends up tasting just like a cobbler. Just like a cobbler. And it's simple. So I think I've got enough butter on here. So I'm going to share it with you, a picture.
Where?
Get paper towels cover.
Where? What? What do you do?
Alright, so I'm going to open up the nut.
Okay. I can't. I'm trying to look at the middle of it.
Okay. Alright, so got some pecans here. Alright, here we go. Got the pecans. I'm going to just kind of sprinkle them on top. I won't use the whole bag. I won't need them all. Just enough on top. And that'll just melt right into it, just like any other old cake. Alright, that's plenty. And I'm just going to turn on the oven. Typically a cake mix asks for 375. 375 sounds good, so let's go over here and set the oven. Bake. Temperature 375. I love this oven. Start. So that's going to go ahead and power up. I'm going to put in my cake. And about an hour or so, you'll start smelling it. It'll smell delicious, and you'll have a dump cake. And I'll try to show you what it looks like. All right, thanks, guys. And this, folks, is the end result. This is dump cake. And as you can tell, it's a little bit brown on top, and it looks a little black, and that's because the pecans have cooked on top of it. I assure you it's not burnt. Like I said, when this comes out, it ends up tasting just like a peach cobbler. So I've got a little bowl here, and I'm going to scoop me out some. And let me tell you, one of the good things about this is this minimum cleanup. Look at that. See how nice and crusty yummy that is? Minimum cleanup, because really you're just cooking with one bowl. And it's really good. Perfect with a bowl of ice cream. And there you go, dump cake. So there you go, folks. There is your Cooking with Tori and dump cake. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.